The kids on this estate are wild, yeah? My boy was just riding past on horse, like, where you off? I'm off to a pub, mate. I said, what, on horse?
She wants a warm meal as well. Chips and gravy, I take her.
London, you have like, obviously the poorer areas, but then right next to that you'll have like a road where like all the houses are worth like £1 million. We don't have that, we've just got the crappy side.
We might normally associate grime with London, slang and tower blocks, but rapper Blazer Boccle grew up in Bradford, West Yorkshire, a city better known for its poverty than its music scene. He showed us around the Holme Wood estate, where horses walk the streets like dogs and kids saw down the police's CCTV towers. This is my second time in Bradford in my life.
Yeah.
What should I know about it? What are the people like here? What's good?
Bradford. I don't know, I read something the other day that Bradford's got the worst quality of life in England. I read it in some magazine.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's too good. I wouldn't say it's the best. Yeah, it's got a dark side of it, a dark underbelly.
Really?
But
how does that manifest itself? Crime?
It's quite different to London, because like in London you have like, it's like a knife crime epidemic, innit?
Yeah.
It's like a knife crime epidemic, and it's like, oh, it's not really a problem around here, that.
Not many stabbings?
Not really that sort of culture. It's like, there's a lot more shootings and drug dealing and murders and things like that, but not like really like little kids running around with knives. It's a bit more, I don't know, it's just a different way of life, innit? Like you see fields, houses,
greenery,
horses. Horses are like dogs.
She's not my horse, but I like to see her. And it's up to her whether she wants me in her space or not.
And you live around here?
I live around here. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you like having the horses around?
Yes, I do. I think they're lovely. They're lovely. She can't cook for herself. She's been tied up for days. She's had naught to eat.
Do you cook for her then?
Well, I go to the fish shop and bring her chips and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she wants a warm meal as well. Chips and gravy, I take her.
We saw a couple of horses earlier.
Yeah.
Whose are they?
Could be anyone on the estate. They're just like, they do scrap on a minute, so do you know, like,
yeah, scrap metal, yeah.
Scrap metal, so they get the horse and cart, collect scrap metal. Yeah. Rag bone. Pull up on your street, they go, rag bone, rag bone. And your washing machines and all that stuff, and that's what they do on the horses. And but then sometimes more time they just, man, I'll go to the shop on horse. Like I was, like a year ago, we was having a party. It was my mate's birthday, and he was having a party in his garden. And we're gonna walk round to the shop. I stepped out onto the street just where we were then. My boy was just riding past on horse. Went, where you off? I'm off to a pub, mate. I said, what, on horse? Yeah, I just leave it outside. She's all right for an hour or two. The kids on this estate are wild, yeah?
Yeah.
So they were like stealing cars, setting things on fire, doing shootings, all these types of things. So the police, West Yorkshire Police, set up a camera on a lamppost.
Yeah.
So this camera was like a main camera what they could use from the main
police station.
Yeah, from their building. It could basically see the whole of Holme Wood. It could zoom in, like it could see me and you now here.
Oh, right, okay.
Like it was like one of them like top-notch cameras.
Yeah, yeah. On
the same day that they put the camera up, the kids came on a motorbike with a saw and chopped the lamppost down. It's on YouTube. The video's on YouTube. Ooh, it's freezing though, isn't it? I'll tell you that.
It's cold, man.
It's it's grim up north.
Grim up north.
Yo. Yeah. What's happening? What am I saying to you? Are you at the studio? Oh no, because I'm just doing an interview with these people from London, but I just needed like a space to do it in. There's no postcode war up here though. That's what I mean. Like when I said there's no knife crime is not a massive problem.
Yeah.
Because like the way that things are set up, there's obviously the things that happen on the streets, like what happen everywhere in the UK in like poor areas. But I won't say gangs. There's no postcode. There's no gang that rips a postcode.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's just not. It's like that culture's not really like that around here. Not really a gang culture.
Yeah. A lot of people say that sort of that gang culture is like a result of there being like a lack of youth services and like a lack of youth funding in London.
Well, they've got that here. They've got a lack of. There's no youth centres here.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
It's the same, but I don't know. I feel like the gang thing in London has been a long-going thing for way before this knife crime epidemic thing, and due to London, like you couldn't have postcode beef here because the postcode like Peckham and Brixton, they're all big areas. Like Bradford's tiny, like compared to London. Yeah. One bit of London's like Bradford. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not big enough to have postcode wars and stuff. Like it won't work.
Yeah.
Most areas are like 10 streets. So like, you're gonna have beef or something. You can
Your
walk.
neighbour.
You walk in 5 minutes and you can't go to the shop without seeing them. Phew, your life's tortured. Got to stab someone every time you walk to the shop for a carton of milk. Do you know what I mean? So it's, yeah, we're here. We're here.
Sweet.
Right, there's. See, like London, you have like obviously the poorer areas as well. But then right next to that, you'll have like a road where like all the houses are worth like £1 million. And like obviously there's a lot of famous people in London like that. This is just like, it's country, it's horses, it's cows, it's sheep, it's shoguns, jeeps, it's grim. Do you know what I mean? It's council estates. We don't have that also flip side. We've just got the crappy side. Do you know what I mean? We don't have the big city, the big lights. We just have the gritty side of it.
You've called it grim a couple of times now around here.
It is grim. You've seen it.
It's nice in here.
It's all right in here. Yeah. Soundproof though, isn't it?
You can't hear what's going on outside.
Yeah.
But are you proud of Bradford? Do you like Bradford?
Yeah, I love. To be honest with you, I wouldn't ever move to London, even if I like made £1 million now. I'd probably move like maybe just a bit further out of Bradford in a nice house. Bradford made me like who I am. I've always said Bradford, being northern and speaking the way I do and being who I am, will either be the reason that I blow or the reason that I don't blow, which is obviously obvious. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll either be what is the barrier or what everyone's like, ooh, this is interesting. Yeah, but
Have you found that you've been I don't want to say like discriminated against, but like that people have had an issue with like your accent and that people have maybe thought less of you, or like you haven't got the opportunities that perhaps other people have done because you're from the north?
not just because of that, just accent and maybe like accent and ethnicity. Both, being northern, being half Asian, half black, you just like, I'm not the demographic of rapper, really. Do you know what I mean? I'm not some like full black kid from Brixton who looks a certain way, talks a certain way. So I think my journey will be a lot longer.
Could you run me through like some of the artists or like bars in particular that you think particularly represent the north?
My first song, Local, really.
Drop your own track.
Is a bit down.
Yo, so right now let me just talk and tell you lot it's grim up north. Trust me, we're not no cockney, so you better watch it, we've got different talk. We don't say blood, we say mush, and we smoke hookers and you smoke bush. And if you're shook, then say love it, and we don't say cocaine, we say
It's a big one because it was like the first, I think it's one of the first times someone from the north has been authentically using our slang. And like I just basically go through all the slang, all the things what happened here but don't happen in London in one song. It was the first song that I dropped and I made it as like I thought, so people know what I'm on about in the future. They can just reference back to this whenever. So if you don't ever know what I'm on about in a song, just go listen to Local and you'll figure it out. So yeah, I'd say that song. Because then after that as well, loads of people from around here started speaking like they were from around here in music, whereas back in the day, everyone just used to spit like they were from London.
What sort of things would they say before Local came
So
out?
like, just like words like blood and shanking and fam and just like gang, stupid, not stupid words, sorry, but like, well, yeah, it is stupid
London
words.
slang.
It is stupid words for us because nobody talks like that around here. It's London slang.
Mm-hmm. How important is that credibility for you then?
It's everything in rap in general, isn't it? Like authenticity, credibility. That's everything. That's like a rapper's like what? Like when you get Pokemon cards and you get like the XP, like the credibility and the authenticity is like boom. That's your number there. That's what matters, really.